Welcome once again to your weekly update from the city of New Hope. Time to talk with the mayor-elect, which is only the case for a few more hours here as we record this on Monday the 13th. Welcome to John Elder. Welcome, John. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you, Dave.
So there is a council meeting tonight as we're recording this, and this will be the move to the mayor's chair for you. Is that correct? What are your feelings as this day now is finally here?
I got on council in 2008, and I'd always wanted to run for mayor. And after 16 years on council, it's exciting to be in this position to finally be here.
And we will recap that council meeting next week as we get together to give you some of the highlights from it. But a lot happening in the city as always. Let's go to community development, touch on a few things. One thing we track on a regular basis is some of the conversion from rental to home ownership. Tell us a little bit about some of the numbers and what we see at this time of the year.
Yeah, in December, there were 3 single-family homes that were converted from owner-occupied to rental. And one property went from rental back to owner-occupied. Recapping the year, in 2024, there were 26 single-family homes that were converted from owner-occupied to rental, and 16 properties that converted back the other way, back to owner-occupied. So that's 8 additional homes that are now rental. The rental program's important, and we want to ensure that people have the ability to live where they want to live as long as they're responsible and good tenants. And so we have a very robust rental program, and anybody who's renting has to get a permit and go through some classes on it so that we can really help these homes that are being rented, that they can be successful as well as not a burden to neighbors.
Let's leave you the website to the city, newhopemn.gov. If you want more information about the rental programs within the city and some of the rules around that, you can certainly look there. To scattered site housing we go, and we have a few pictures to show you a lot of progress happening on some of these homes around the city. Give us an update.
Absolutely. We're at that time of year actually getting into the colder weather where the scattered site homes that are being built, they're working really hard to get all the exterior building done so that they can spend the coldest months inside getting the houses ready for sale. 5400 block of Wisconsin, we do have a home that has been purchased. We're waiting for a presentation at this evening's EDA meeting. We have another site coming up on the 5400 block of Zealand. The city's received 8 bids for demolition and site preparation work. Staff will recommend the lowest authorized responsible bidder, also tonight at the council meeting. We're continuing to see homes, which you'll have photos of here, where the exterior framing is completed or nearly completed, and work on the interiors being done to include plumbing and electrical, and those homes should be up for sale in the spring.
Very good. All right, let's head to the police department and our weekly update, tell you about a few things happening. One is community engagement through the police department, and one of the ways they do that on a weekly basis is Meals on Wheels.
Our police department, and you'll hear me say this time and time again, our police department is so grounded and centered in community engagement that it really helps build bridges between the community and the police department. One of the things that they're doing is they are doing Meals on Wheels for residents who are not able to get out and get their own meals. Other police departments do it as well, but New Hope has been doing this for quite some time, and it makes a really big difference in a lot of people's lives.
And a very valuable service on cold days like today, I would guess. One
Yeah,
other note to
absolutely.
pass along from police is the chief has been involved in some outside groups outside of the city, as many staff people are on a regular basis. Give us a little update on some of the work the chief is doing.
The chief it just finished up his 1 year term as the president of the Hennepin County Chiefs Association. And this past year has been, I think, an arduous year for the position of president of the Chiefs Association, as were a number of contentious issues that had come forward. We were seeing across the county an uptick in crime, real problems with carjacking throughout the entire county. And he worked closely with a number of other chiefs to work on programs, projects, and really working with the county attorney's office to make sure people are being held responsible for the crimes they're being arrested for.
Let's move ahead to public works, something that is this time of the year with the cold weather happens under the ground. We've got a water main break to report on. Tell us about this a little bit of a messy situation.
Yep, absolutely. Squad car was driving down 45th Avenue North, 8700 block, so western side of the city, and saw water pouring out of the ground, and obviously a clear indicator of a water main break. As the earth shifts with the colder temperatures, those cast iron pipes don't always stay together and they can break. That can cause great waste of water as well as interrupt service to people's homes. So Public Works has to go out, dig out that entire area, uh, realign the pipe, patch it, and restore service, and then of course restore the roadway and the areas surrounding. So far this year, we've only had three, and so we're ahead of the game as far as that goes. We'll see what the much colder weather brings, but you know these public works guys and gals are out in sub-zero temperature for hours on end. They're really doing great work and getting these done as quickly as possible to restore the water service to the residents and businesses.
One other note related to water, the South Water Tower going to receive some attention coming up, and part of that process is happening right now. What's going on?
We just opened the bids for the sandblasting, the interior and exterior of the South Water Tower. We were figuring that the estimates that were provided to us by our engineers was about $1.8 million to get this fixed. We saw bids come in remarkably lower than that, and these are responsible bids. So we're looking that we'll be able to save the residents some good money on this and still be able to get a quality project done by the end of it all.
More to come as that process moves along into spring and summer. Let's go to Park and Rec, John. Let's talk a little bit about some of the new programs out there. They've got, looks like something for everyone.
Yeah, when I was out campaigning, I had somebody ask me about Park and Rec and why it's not just a 6 or 7 month department in the city. And the fact of the matter is, these people are working hard 12 months a year. They just started new classes last week for the Little Tiger martial arts, the Taekwondo, amazing children athletes, musical theater, and the youth basketball teams have started. These are things, as you said, they're really for everybody. And we encourage people to utilize these programs. They're a great way to keep youth and adults active at a really good cost. And, some of these classes, you don't get enough students to really run a program for just one city, so they may do New Hope, Crystal, and Robbinsdale. Those three departments work so closely together and deliver really quality programming.
And right now, you may think it funny, but they're thinking about spring and summer themselves right now. So a lot of those programs have to be planned many months ahead, and they're busy getting that together. Is that right?
Absolutely. Right now, they are deep into the work for summer field and gym rental requests. There's a number of associations that want to use New Hope Parks as their home fields because they're so well taken care of and upkept. It's the parks and public works departments do such a strong job in managing the turf and the parks. They stand out. They really do. And as far as that summer stuff goes, they're busy with that, but they're also really, really active right now with monitoring the outdoor skating rinks and warming houses. This
Mhm.
first week that they were open went really smoothly. And with the colder temperatures, the ones with the warming houses will be used even more.
Yes, those will be very popular right now. And again, here's that last guide that went out. And again, the new one in the works. But this one, if you still have it handy or stop by City Hall, you can find out some of the programs going on. To human resources, we go. One update here, housing code enforcement. Tell us about this position that's become available.
We don't have a lot of employment opportunities with the city. People often come and they stay for their career, which speaks volumes about the work culture there. But we do have an opening here for somebody that moved. It is a housing and code enforcement position. The most recent recruitment that they're doing now will be closing on Tuesday, January 21st at noon. And we encourage those that meet the qualifications to apply. I think it'd be a good move for people.
Right, a few other final notes from the city. One is a way to get out and enjoy this wintertime fun, and that is at the golf course. How does this work? How do we golf in the winter?
This is fantastic. I got to do this the last 2 years. It's the New Hope Winter Golf Event, January 25th. And you go out to the golf course. They have a number of areas where the snow has been mitigated, and you go out and you golf with a tennis ball. And the holes are modified, and it's just a ton of fun. And the atmosphere is great. People come expecting to be outside, and it's really a really festive and fun event.
And again, if you want to find out more, go to the city's website, newhopemn.gov. You can get signed up for that golf event. One other note, there have been lots of residents of New Hope voting for photos because the photo contest is coming towards the end as far as its process of voting. Tell us about that.
Yeah, voting is now closed on the People's Choice In Focus Photo Contest, and 181 community members have voted. And the judges are now going through and entering all the scores for the photographs. The winners in each category will be announced at the January 27th council meeting. This is something that we started a number of years ago after we saw another city doing this, and I expected it would start out slow and gain popularity. This thing has been going gangbusters since day one. So we're very appreciative to the people that took the time to do this and to enroll, as well as to the judges, and and to really have this program for the city. It's a lot of fun. And there's an incredible amount of beauty in the city of New Hope, as the photos clearly show.
Indeed, and we'll do our best to grab a few of those photos next time we're together to show you some of the winners. John,
Wonderful.
thank you so much for time again this week. And again, newhopemn.gov for people want more information from the city. And stick with us. Here's a look at some of the other things coming up in the city. John, have a great council meeting tonight. We'll talk to you again next week.
Dave, thank you so much. Be well.
For more city stories, check out ccxmedia.org or find us on social media.